into.
Hello, you guys. How's everybody doing? All right, y'all, let's get into this one. So before I jump into everything, I want to toast you guys for making it through hump day first and foremost. So thank y'all for being with me this Wednesday. Okay, today's topic is a continuation of last week's topic, but unlike last week, I'm not in front of my whiteboard. I'm just going to give y'all these tips. I hope that y'all are able to receive them because I'm not writing them down. So let me also make this quick announcement before I go into today's topic. Okay, before I go into today's topic, you guys, starting next week, it is officially a summit takeover for Wine and Wellness Wednesday. So starting next week, we will have different speakers, different educators who are going to be at this year's summit coming in to talk to you guys about things like skin tag removal, microneedling, what you guys are going to be able to expect from business consent forms, legality. So all of those speakers are going to come and do lives with me over the next couple weeks. So definitely be looking out for that during our Wine and Wellness Wednesday. The times might be slightly changing simply because everybody is all over the place. I have one person in the UK, so her live is probably going to be in the morning. We have people in California that are 2 hours behind us. So the times are going to be a little bit different, but we will be posting the times before that Wednesday live. All right. So let's get into recession proofing you guys business part 2. If you did not catch part 1, you can go back on our YouTube or Instagram and look at the tips that I gave y'all last week when I talked about recession proofing your business. But what I want to talk about specifically this week is not just recession proofing your business, but diversifying your spa income beyond services, you guys. At the end of the day, economic downturns can be challenging, and spa businesses are no different from others. So you want to make sure that you can adapt and find ways to maintain steady income. And one of the things that I am seeing so many businesses do well, okay, in this hard time is diversifying their income by selling products, tools, other things outside of your traditional services. So I wanted to give you 4 specific tips on why it is so important to diversify your spa income, and then a couple of ways that you guys can do that. All right, so y'all ready? So the first reason that you want to diversify, and hi to everybody that's joining us now. So we're talking about diversifying your spa income. So the first reason that you want to do this, you guys, is it's going to mitigate your revenue risk, okay? When you're relying solely on your service-based business, it can leave you open and vulnerable to fluctuations, okay? Because at the end of the day, there may not be the client that can come in to get a facial, but she can still buy the skincare products that she needs at home if she can't buy that facial, okay? So discretionary spending often decreases, right? When we're in that type of phase, when people are saying, oh, there's a recession and I might lose my job. But when you expand your offerings, okay, and you offer retail products, you offer different memberships, which should come at a discount from a regular service. When you are offering wellness packages, right, where I'm going to bundle things and make them cheaper for you. Or maybe I'm going to say, you know what, you can get your facial plus your skincare product for this price instead of paying this much just for a facial. When you're expanding your offerings and expanding how you offer things to your clients, it opens up the doors for more revenue. Okay, so it is extremely important, you guys, that y'all start thinking about different tools, different products, and different bundles that you can make for your business. Like I said, when it comes to sculpting, I've seen people do sculpting and smoothies, right? I've seen people do sculpting and nutrition, or sculpting with your Spanx, whatever those things are. But normally it accompanies a product accompanies the service, so that you're now making 2 different incomes from that client. And if for some reason they can't come in necessarily to get a service, they can still buy their product. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second reason why it is extremely important to diversify your offerings, it enhances customer loyalty and retention, okay? So at the end of the day, we know that sometimes customers are gonna cut down on their non-essential spending right around now, But if you offer a broader range of services and products, okay, you can cater to more of your clients' needs. We actually had someone that I spoke to yesterday that was just like, oh my gosh, I absolutely love that I can come here and not just get, this product or this service or this one thing, but I can get multiple services for my health and wellness. I can get different products. And today I may not be in the mood for somebody else to touch my face, but I know that I can buy good quality products from you. So there are different ways to diversify that, and there's different ways to increase customer retention. Think about COVID, you guys. I know that COVID is obviously not the levels where it was before, but when we had clients that could not come in and get facials, they literally were buying us out of products because they're like, maybe I can't come in today for a facial, but you can do a skin analysis and tell me what type of products I need. I can buy those products and take care of myself at home. I actually had one client, I'll never forget. She was a firefighter, okay? She had really bad acne, but she didn't have time. She's working 12, 13-hour shifts, one on, one off. She just did not have time to get regular facials, but I got her on a great regimen, cleared up her skin. So she, to this day, talk about 2-3 years later, will still come in and buy her toners and facials, washes and different things. So it does increase customers' loyalty when you have a broader range of things. Now, I'm not telling y'all, I've always said, do not have 150 products and 250 services. That's too much, right? It needs to make sense. That's why I always stick with maybe 3 or 4 different service options, 3 or 4 different product options. Don't overwhelm your client, but have more than one thing, okay? So it's definitely gonna enhance your customers' loyalty and retention, and it enhances your income by giving you more than one way to make money. Another reason that it's important, you guys, to diversify. When you diversify what you're doing, you're not just solely doing a service. You have services, you have tools, you have products. You're able to tap into new market opportunities, okay? So with a recession, at the end of the day, this is your opportunity when things do slow down to look at other customer segments and markets. What are some things that are happening right now in beauty that I'm not offering? And I might have a little bit more time since I don't have 10 clients a day. I now have 5. I have a little bit more time to do the research, to look at what is trending and see if it's something that I can bring into my business. And leverage, you guys, this is the biggest tip I can give you. Leverage retail and online sales. You have got to have products on sale in your space as well as online. It gives clients an offering of high quality services. Like I said, you can do wellness tools, you can do at-home spa kits. We have a DIY sculpting kit. Obviously, the results you're gonna get with that are not gonna be as good as the results you're gonna get in the spa, but this will hold you over for a couple of weeks, months, whatever, until you can come back in, right? So what are some of those other markets that you can tap into that you might not typically market to, or different client segments that you may not market to? I just did a live for Wealth Wednesday in our Facebook group, and I talked about this, you guys. When I say tap into new market opportunities, think deeper. You cannot just say, oh, I want nurses. And I use this example because it's one of the easier ones. I want nurses to come in, right? I know nurses, they work a lot, they got money, recession or not, right? I want nurses to come in. It's not enough to just say, I want nurses to come into my spa. Where do the nurses hang out? Okay, you got to think, okay, I need to go to or market to nurse associations, right? I need to market to hospitals. Can I get my stuff in some of the hospital break rooms where the nurses are eating, right? At the end of the day, it's not enough to say, oh, I'm going to tap into a new customer segment and it's going to be nurses. No, where are those nurses, right? It's the same with new moms. Where are new moms? And I'll give you a clue. New moms are normally in new mom groups, right? If they have toddlers and they're like, oh Lord, or a little baby, I need this baby to socialize, I'm probably putting them in a little new mom group. Or they're working out, right? Because they're trying to lose that baby weight. Or they might be on TikTok looking at new mom trends, right? Or new things that are going to help my colic baby go to sleep. you want to advertise to some of those keywords, right? If you're really trying to get new moms, where are they and what are the interests that they have that I can tap into so that they see my ad over somebody else's, okay? So think about stuff like that. The last thing that I wanted to go over as far as tips for why it's so important to diversify and so not just services but products or either or is it's going to strengthen your financial resilience. You guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen it day in and day out. Clients, they may absolutely love your $150 facial. They cannot always afford your $150 facial, but they can afford a $15 face wash and a $25 moisturizer, right? So sometimes clients cannot afford the most luxurious thing that you're used to, that they're used to. They may have to cut back. But if you're still able to offer them something that's comparable or something that can hold them over until their next service with you, it's gonna make it stronger for you and it's gonna optimize your revenue stream. Okay, so diversifying helps you to maintain a steady income. It might not be as large of an income as what you're used to, but you still got a steady cash flow. You just have to adjust your expenses, and I talked about that last week. Okay, so optimize your revenue streams. Regularly assess your service menu, your product offerings, and your pricing strategies. Do not be stuck on, I charge $150 an hour. That's what I charge. In a downtime, you may have to have an introductory rate. You may have to have a membership rate that's a little bit lower, but guess what? I'd rather get $100 a month than be holding on and be like, oh, maybe I'll get 150 in 2-3 months when she comes back, right? So that's the benefit of memberships for the client, is that it's cheaper for them, but for you, that's a stabilized income. I know she's gonna pay me the first of every month, right? So you have to look at how you can optimize those revenue streams in a time when clients' spending may change, okay? And so multiple income sources will provide a buffer against economic downturns, okay? Like I said, we didn't just survive, we thrived during COVID, okay? I actually was making more money during COVID than I'm making right now. It was crazy. But it's because we diversified and we spent a little bit more time marketing our products and our DIY kits at a time that we could not market clients coming into the spa, right? So at the end of the day, diversify, because it matters. It really does matter, and it helps. And I've literally this year, when it's been slower and I've seen people who were normally doing nothing but services, I've seen them make $1 million in product sales, right? Because it was easier for them to push that $10 bottle of cream or whatever than it was for them to push that $125 service that they normally push, okay? So the most important thing I'm gonna leave you guys with today is just diversifying your spa's income, and offering more than just a service can be critical during a recession, you guys. Expand your revenue streams so that you can mitigate risk, enhance your customers' loyalty, tap into new markets, and strengthen your financial resilience. In a time when things are uncertain, you can build certainty in your business by doing more than one thing. I have always had products. I actually had products before I had services, and I'm actually gonna be introducing some new products in the next coming weeks. But that is because I see the value in continuing to bring new streams of income, and you guys have to do the same thing. You cannot be so rigid that you're afraid, oh my God, like I gotta just have this one thing. I don't wanna offer too much to the client, or I don't wanna offer this $10 cream to her because then maybe she won't come in for a facial. That's not true. If you're doing your job, your client recognizes the value of a professional facial, but also the convenience of doing it at home when they cannot get the professional service. So don't think you're Xing yourself out of the larger one. Just think that you're, okay, I'm adding to it, right? So I'm getting money from her when she can't come in and when she can. That is how you have to look at it to make sure that you're mitigating your risk in a down market, right? Because people are spending less on wellness services at times because they got to worry about their groceries and their utility bill that keeps going up. I know if you're in Houston and y'all had to deal with the outage, right? Now they trying to go up on electric bills, right? So at the end of the day, people are trying to mitigate some risks and they're trying to cut back on certain things, and sometimes wellness can be a part of that. But if you are doing your part, doing your strategy work to make sure that that doesn't happen, you can still thrive. Not just survive, but thrive in a downturn market. Okay, so it is very important. All right, any questions? I don't really see too many on the group. I don't see any questions. Y'all don't have any questions about recession and changing some things up? I would say, as far as like, because I know sometimes I get asked about resources for products. You guys pick one of two, and I will tell you, this is all broken down in my book, and I'm not going to go through everything right about now, but pick one of two ways to do products, okay? The first one is custom formulation, where you literally are just like, I'm going to take this powder, I'm going to take this cream, I'm going to mix it, I'm going to do it myself. The second is private label, where you're actually going to someone who already has a product line, testing out that line, and then able to put your name and stamp of approval on that product line. So you got to pick one way or the other. That's how you're going to start. And then someone said, great idea, love it. Yes, absolutely. So pick one of two and then try to figure out what type of products. And products, for me, it always has to be something that complements the service I'm doing. So if you guys are doing a body sculpting service, okay, cellulite enhancement, something that's going to tighten the client's skin. If you're doing facial services, it needs to be something that's going to moisturize, cleanse. So it all depends on what you are doing. That's how you're going to decide what you are offering. But then you got to decide, how am I going to create this? Am I doing it myself, or am I going to go to somebody that already has it and figure out what path you want to go down? All right, so that's what I have for you guys today. I didn't see too many other questions. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, y'all know, DM me, and then tune in next week. Next week, I'm actually gonna have Instructor Coy. She's gonna, of course, she wanna be first. She's gonna come in and talk to y'all about the Lemon Bottle 360 BBL class that she's gonna be teaching at the summit. Okay, so she's gonna be the first person, and then hey, how you doing? She's going to be the first person to come in. And then, like I said, each week we're going to have a different speaker, a different instructor to come in and tell you guys a little bit more about what they're going to be teaching at the summit. And you guys can ask as many questions as you want about the services that they're going to be offering. Because Instructor Court is in California, next week we will be going live at 6 p.m., not 5:30, so a little bit later. But we will be posting the graphics so that you guys know what time we're going live. If y'all have any other questions, other topics y'all want me to talk about, definitely chime in, let me know, and I will see you guys next week. All right, toast for making it through hump day, y'all.
Say this is a big rich town.